Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've been keeping an eye on the Debian ecosystem, there's something worth looking at this week. SparkyLinux just dropped its March 2026 rolling snapshot, and this one comes packed with the bleeding edge Linux 6.19 kernel, a refreshed installer, and a fresh stack of packages pulled straight from Debian Testing. Let's break it all down. First, a quick refresher for anyone new here. SparkyLinux Rolling isn't your typical stable Linux release. It's built on top of Debian Testing, the staging ground for what will eventually become Debian 14, codenamed Forky. That means you're getting packages that are newer and more cutting edge than Debian stable, but in a form that's still more polished and carefully curated than raw Debian SID. The 2026.03 release is a monthly ISO snapshot, meaning all packages were synced from the Debian and Sparky Linux testing repositories as of March 14th, 2026. If you do a fresh install, you're getting a very current system right out of the box. Now the headline feature, Linux 6.19. The ISO ships with Linux 6.19.6 by default. But here's the interesting part. The SparkyLinux rolling repositories already include 6.19.8, so the moment you run your first system update after installation, you'll be pulled up to the latest point release automatically. But Sparky doesn't stop there. If you're feeling adventurous, support for the upcoming Linux 7 kernel is also baked in. And if you lean the other way and prefer stability, the long-term support kernels, the 18th of June 2018 LTS and the 12th of June 2077 LTS are available as well. That's a lot of kernel flexibility from a single distro. Moving on to the installer, SparkyLinux 2026.03 ships with Calamares 3.4.2, which brings a couple of genuinely useful improvements. The first is KDE Plasma Login Manager support, so if you're installing the KDE Plasma edition, the SDDM setup is handled properly right from the graphical installer, no post-install tweaking needed. The second change is a small but thoughtful one. Calamares now supports single-character passwords during installation. That might sound like a security concern at first, but this is really about flexibility for things like kiosk setups, testing environments, or any scenario where a lockdown password policy just isn't needed. There's also a notable update to Sparky's own command line installer, Sparky Installer. It now includes an option to install the 32-bit IA32 version of the GRUB UEFI bootloader on 64-bit machines. This is one of those niche but genuinely important features if you're dealing with older hardware, especially legacy tablets or budget machines. With 32-bit UEFI firmware on a 64-bit processor, anyone who's wrestled with that problem before knows how frustrating the workaround used to be. On the application side, since this is based on Debian Forky, you get access to some very recent software. Mozilla Firefox 148 and GCC 16 are available in the repositories. However, the ISO itself ships with the ESR builds by default. That's Firefox and Thunderbird 140.8.0 ESR, which prioritizes stability and longer support cycles for those who prefer that approach. It's a sensible choice. The bleeding edge browser version is right there if you want it, but the default install won't feel like it's changing underneath you every few weeks. As for what you can actually download, SparkyLinux 2026.03 comes in a solid lineup of 64-bit editions. On the full desktop side, you've got KDE Plasma, XFCE, LXQT, and Mate. If you prefer to start minimal and build up, there's the Minimal GUI edition running OpenBox, or the Minimal CLI edition, which drops you straight into a text mode environment. A great starting point for server builds or highly customized setups. So that's SparkyLinux 2026.03, a well-rounded rolling release that gives you the freshness of Debian testing with the added convenience of Sparky's own tooling and kernel flexibility. If you've been on the fence about trying a Debian-based rolling distro, this is honestly one of the more approachable ways to do it. Download links and the full release notes are in the description below. If you found this helpful, drop a like and subscribe. There's more Linux coverage on the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.